Every artist I know uses Apple for everything. We promote and market our songs with iPhones, we produce on Logic on our MacBook Pros, and then we distribute our music to iTunes, okay? We trust this company Apple with our entire creative life, but almost nobody owns a single share in the company behind it. I know I didn't, and we're using and being used by every company that we should be investing in. We are literally the content on Apple, on Spotify, on Google, aka YouTube here, or even Meta and Instagram, right? And that really hit me one day. Why are we using all these companies and we're literally providing the content that they run ads on, that they're making money on, and we trust them to promote our music, to grow our music careers, but we don't trust them enough to actually invest in the system? We'll even brag about getting the new iPhone or the latest upgrade or the new MacBook or software, whatever it is, and we'll even brag about it more if we got it at a discount. But why do we run away from the real Black Friday sales that happen in the stock market when it dips? And it's because society has trained us to value liabilities that drain our wealth as opposed to investing in assets that actually build generational wealth. We keep feeding these companies, whether it's Apple, Spotify, Meta, Microsoft, with our creativity, our time, our uploads, while they build generational wealth from the very ecosystem that we help to empower. And most artists think, investing is something, other people do, or that it's too complicated, or that it's too risky, or you're not ready yet, right? I know I thought it was too risky. I didn't understand it. I was always like more of a real estate guy, and I thought, oh, it's just, stocks, it's just paper, it's not real. But no, you are owning a piece of the company, right? And here's the truth. We've already been investing in these companies. We're just not investing in ourselves. Every subscription that we pay, whether that's Apple Music, Spotify, or Microsoft, I got like 2 or 3 of them right there. Every upgrade that we buy, every track that you upload is money going into the machine. And what's even crazier is I think about the hundreds of thousands of dollars I've spent marketing my music, whether that's on Facebook or Instagram or Spotify, or all the people that I sent to Apple Music or whatever company. And I'm not against these companies, okay? I'm not against them or anything like that. I just want us to switch our mindset when I think about all the customers I've driven there, right? And of course, I've made a great living off of my music. I'm very blessed. I've made more than I've invested. But when I think about if I had have invested in the companies, right? Like, what if 10% of that money went to owning a piece of the company? And this video isn't about becoming a stock trader. It's about shifting our mentalities from being a consumer, being used by the music industry, to finally having some equity in it. I bought and toured the world with an iPod back in 2001, okay? It was maybe a few months before it's out. I remember going to Best Buy and picking it up. I thought it was awesome. I made a lot of money from shows. I toured all over the world just from an iPad or an iPod. That was before, I had a band or a DJ and all this stuff. And it was great, right? Now let's just say that iPod costed me $1,000. If I had taken that same $1,000 back in 2001 and I had bought Apple stock with it, it would be worth around $778,000 today. Right? Like, that's just crazy to think about. Now, of course, I would have had to hold on to it for a very long time, plus 20 years. And that's the big problem, right? Is being able to invest in something and be able to ride the ups and downs, right? I think Warren Buffett talks about when's the best time to sell. He says never, right? You want to hold on to that thing because it's of value. But a lot of times, what we would do? We would sell it because we don't see the long-term value in it. Now, it doesn't stop there, and honestly, I was a hater in stocks and always just a big believer in real estate because real estate provided cash flow. But then I heard about dividends and that some companies actually pay dividends to their shareholders. And what a dividend is, it's basically sharing the profits with the shareholders. And when you own a piece of stock, you become a shareholder, okay? And that's very different than a customer, okay? I've been a very loyal customer to Apple all these years, okay? And they never shared any of their profits with me because, yeah, I invested in the company by buying the products and services, but I didn't invest in the company by becoming a shareholder and buying the stock, okay? And so that same $1,000, again, invested years ago, it would have been worth over $2,000. So I would have doubled my money just in the dividends, okay? And obviously, if I invested a lot more, then those numbers would have been crazy. But it's the idea that not only am I owning a piece of the company, I'm also getting a little bit of cash flow, a little dividend every single month. And look, I'm not telling you to go out and buy stock or become a stock investor right now, because you might make the wrong decisions like I did. You might buy at the wrong time. You might buy the wrong way. You might buy too little or too much, but you need to educate yourself. And that's why I've actually partnered up with an expert who teaches this stuff, who is a musician, who happened to tour with me all over the world, and we're doing a free masterclass on investing, okay? There's going to be live Q&A, and he's going to go over all this stuff, answer your questions. I put the link below here so that you can register, and I want to encourage you. You know, maybe you're hearing about this for the first time, or maybe you're already experienced and you're like, yo, where have you been, Chris? But if you're like feeling like, man, I wish I had done this sooner. Look, don't live in the land of regret. You know, the Bible talks about forgetting the past, forgetting what happened, and focus on the future. It's not about where you've been, but where you're going. The unfortunate part is people perish for a lack of knowledge. What you don't know can hurt you, and I wish I had educated myself. But I want to encourage you, when you show up for this, don't just get the information. Because if we just had the information, then everybody would be rich and healthy and fit, right? We don't want more information. We want to take action on the information, okay? We're not just trying to entertain you and inspire you. We want you to take action, because action takers are money makers. You don't want to be addicted to education and allergic to execution. So smash that button, register, put it on your calendar, and show up, because my good friend, musician who's toured the world with me, is going to blow your minds just like he has mine.